Welcome to St Wano's, the little church almost in a farmyard. As you drive from Raglan towards Monmouth and you glance up on the hill, you'll see this beautiful tower, and it really does look as though it's in the middle of a farm. But as you can see, it isn't. The church is dedicated to St Wano, or St Winilo, an abbot and confessor who was born in 457 and died in 532. To the right of the altar is a canopied memorial to John and Christine Milbourne, once owners of Wanastow Court. He died in 1637, and although their figures have disappeared, their 4 sons and 7 daughters can all be seen in prayer and wearing Stuart costume. The faces have disappeared, allegedly because when Oliver Cromwell was around these parts, he backed his horses into this church, ready to come out fighting, and the soldiers were busy sharpening their swords. I was christened here, married here, blessed here, then married here, and I hope I shall be buried here, and I hope it stays open. It's just somewhere very quiet, beautiful, and you get a sense of a warm feeling when you come through the doors, and I always feel at peace.
Welcome to St Nicholas Trellick. My name is Dick Coates. I came here to retire as an ex-building surveyor, an ex-university lecturer and an ex-lay missionary to Papua New Guinea for 2 years. Now I'm happily serving our Lord's family and His creation in multiple roles in this lovely church. It was completely rebuilt in 1310 to serve one of the biggest towns in South Wales. It was created by Earl Richard de Clare, who made it a centre of his ironworking enterprises. The church comfortably seats 240. Combined with the outstanding acoustics, it makes a marvellous venue for concerts and for the events held by the Trellick Primary School. Today, like Micheltroy, we are attempting to make the building more flexible, taking out the aisles, pews, but there is so much more to do and no funds left to do it. So much love has gone into this church, with its prayer-soaked walls. Our tiny congregation are determined to prepare it for the next generations.
Let me give you a snapshot of the church, which is dedicated to St Murgan, a 6th century Celtic saint. Behind me you see the small but beautiful church with its magnificent views over the Monnow Valley. The tower is distinctive of the Welsh borders, an open wooden lantern. Above it, the weather vane bears the date 1866, commemorating the restoration by the Rolls family. The church itself, of course, is much older, with parts dating to the 13th century, with a font probably 9th or 10th century. It has a double nave supported by unusual octagonal oak tree trunks. The story goes that these were encased in matchboard until 1935, when a curate borrowed a poker from the church farm and ripped the boarding off. A great improvement, no doubt, although there was said to be a lot of trouble about it. The church is now isolated, although only 4 miles from Monmouth, as it is down a dead end. However, until the late 18th century, the road passing the church was the main route between Monmouth and Grosmont. At that time, Grosmont was the 3rd largest town in the county. The parish's most distinguished resident was General Sir Robert Brownrigg, who won Ceylon for the British Empire by defeating the King of Kandy. Inside the church is a memorial to Brownrigg, complete with the coat of arms of the King of Kandy. On his death, King George IV described him as one of the best men he had ever known.